KTVB says that the top states sending people to Idaho are California and Washington. Now, during the Rona, we've had a lot of people come here. One of the reasons is, according to KTVB, crime rate. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Brian Hymas, realtor here in the Treasure Valley. That is the Boise area. If we don't know each other by now, I was born and raised in Boise, was an appraiser before I became an agent, and I love all things Boise and I love all things real estate. So, hence why the channel is Boise Real Estate. If you are interested in that, click subscribe, then tap the bell, because all things Boise, all things real estate, all things Boise real estate will be in your email inbox, or it will be in a desktop notification, and you will get on the first wave of people to know about all things Boise real estate. So that is the first thing. The second thing is this. I'm getting dozens of emails, texts, phone calls each month of people trying to flee California or Washington or whatever state it might be, and they're trying to come here to Idaho. There is no better compliment that I can receive than to receive a phone call, text, or email from you saying you are interested in moving to Boise. So if that's you, pick up the phone or get on your keyboard and type an email, and I would love to hear from you. Okay, so here's the deal. The bonus is the biggest reason I am seeing people move to Boise, and it's not something the news is talking about. It is not. They will not talk about it. And when you see it, you're going to identify with it. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. So hold on to your britches. We're going to get started in these top 7 reasons why Californians are moving to Boise. First is the jobs. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, unemployment in California in May was about 7.9%. It's less than half of that in Idaho. In Ada County, it's 2.7%. That's huge. That's a huge gap. That's almost triple. It's not just a difference of 4%. It's more than triple. This might surprise you. Idaho is ranked number 5 in a list of the top 10 states that you could go to for burdenless tax strategies on your business. This is a great place. Did you know in 2019 that 7,900 Californians moved from California to Idaho? Now in 2020, that number increased more than 25% to over 10,000 residents coming from California to Idaho. I kid you not, I see a California license plate every day. And for the most part, I enjoy it. Not only are they helping the economy, they help my business, they help the chiropractor have more patients, they help the dentist have more patients, the grocery store sell more food, etc. There's more money exchanging hands. And I think the locals can forget about that a little bit. Oh, I've heard that Idahoans don't like us. And I've heard the same thing. But guess what? One, that's their problem, not yours. And number 2, I honestly feel like people are good that are moving here. And I honestly feel that people are good in general. Now, number 2 is the crime rate. You can talk about cities like Oakland, San Francisco, LA. You can talk about parts of LA, the Crenshaw district. You can talk about Compton. You can talk all these places. Now, crime rate is a statistic. I'm not giving my opinion about what the statistics are. Homicides have increased in those places. In Eagle, Idaho, and other surrounding cities, we've seen a decrease, almost 10% decrease in stuff like that, when it wasn't even high to begin with. So, if you could take your midnight stroll in your town of choice, would you choose A, LA, B, San Francisco, C, Oakland, or D, Eagle, Idaho? I think I know which one we'd choose. And you might say it's an unfair advantage. Okay, take Boise. Would you, our biggest city, would you take Boise as your option E? I mean, you would choose D or E in that situation. I guarantee it. Why? Because it is relatively safe here. I have said many times about how many times I locked my doors. Luckily, I have an app on my phone that will lock my doors for me. When I'm away, it tells me my doors are unlocked, and I just lock them now. But that hasn't always been the case. I have a friend, and this is no joke, who leaves his keys in the ignition, and it's not a small key. This is a key that hangs down with a lanyard. It's very noticeable. And guess how many times his car's been stolen? You guessed right. Now, when we compare the cleanliness of each state, I don't know if you guys have been to California lately, but I think it's pretty clear to say that you could just take a drive and know which one's cleaner. There is a dirty state index, and I had no idea this even existed. California is number 5. Guess where Idaho is? Number 49! In other words, we're the second cleanest state in the union. That's pretty fantastic. We do not have a problem with cleanliness, ton of adopt-a-highways. There are, a few complaints about the Treasure Valley, if any, Have you ever seen that shirt? It's like, I've got 99 problems and blank isn't one of them. Idaho has 99 problems and cleanliness ain't one of them. Lifestyle in California versus Idaho. I promise you there are some people who are gonna take California to the bank and say, you know what, I need my beach and I need my Disneyland. You know what, you can have your beach, you can have your Disneyland, you can have your Six Flags, your Knott's Berry Farm, whatever it might be, because I will take nature any day. I've got camping, hiking, fishing, whitewater rafting, hunting. I've got a work-life balance. I don't sit in traffic for 8 hours a day. In fact, I sit in traffic for about 5 minutes a day. It's fantastic. There's very few things about Idaho when it comes to what it has to offer that I would trade for California. Now, I go to California. We'll go twice this year. We go about once or twice a year, and some years less, some years more. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I'm there, but I do not enjoy, I think it's the 410, getting on the 410 and going home to my brother-in-law's place and sitting in traffic for 4 hours to move 20 miles. I literally, that just makes me cringe. I had to go from downtown, I had to go from Beverly Hills to Rancho back to LA for a Dodgers game. I literally spent 6 hours in traffic. And you might say, well, because you traveled the wrong time. Guess what? There is no wrong time in Boise. Well, there's a wrong time in Boise. Avoid the early morning traffic, but it's not like hours and hours of traffic. It's a slowdown. So take my biased comments with a grain of salt. There is a little bit of hyperbole in there. Before moving on, click that thumbs up, click subscribe, then the bell. What's that gonna do when you do the 1, 2, 3 action? It's going to give you the videos on Boise or real estate or all things Boise real estate. As soon as they come out, you'll get an email saying there's a new video produced and you can go watch it so you can be on top of it on what Boise has to offer you. You know, funny enough, I've actually had people comment on that they are ready for 4 seasons. And I have lived with 4 seasons my whole life and I really honestly appreciate all 4 seasons. Right now it's about 100 degrees outside. And in the fall, it changes to a nice, 70, and then in the winter we get about 30. Then we get about, the spring will be, the 50, 60 range, and then we get up to summer again. And I really, really enjoy that. Not everyone does. Not everyone loves the cold snow, but the cold snow in Boise is a nice little pocket. We're warmer than Salt Lake. We're warmer than Coeur d'Alene. We're warmer than eastern Idaho. We are the warm pocket of Idaho, which is nice, but we have 4 seasons, so you can wear in a sweatshirt, you can be in jeans, you can be in a polo and shorts. That's the beauty of Idaho's weather. Also, when it comes to Boise's winter, just know that the snow comes and usually by 2 or 3 o'clock it's melted. I understand that some people living in San Diego will say it just doesn't get any better than that. You might have that going for you. When we talk about the cost of living, according to the World Population Review, the cost of living is defined as a certain standard needed to maintain a certain level of normality. That includes healthcare, that includes housing, that includes food, those types of things. So when we talk about cost of living, that's what we're talking about. When we look at the cost of living index, California is a whopping 151.7 and Idaho is 92.3. Huge difference in numbers there. Huge difference. That's awesome for Boise. Now we're changing. There's some things that are going up, but when we look at all the things that Boise has to offer, cost of living is pretty great. Now, I understand home prices are going up. That's one of many factors. That's just one of many factors. And it's a big one, don't get me wrong, but it's only one of many factors. Now, according to Zillow, the typical home value is about $668,300. Now, that is the whole state. So that's rural California, that's dense metro, LA, San Fran. If we were to take the major areas where people are moving from, those areas are actually a little bit higher. Now, when you look at Ada County, in the last 30 days, we're at $530,000. So there's quite a bit of difference, about a 20% difference there, right? So I think the math's probably about 17% difference there. Now that's one aspect. Now the other thing in Eagle, Idaho, where I live, is that our median home price is about $860,000. So that is a little bit more. But if we were to take Torrance, California, I have a customer right now interested in moving to Boise. They live in a 1,200 square foot home in Torrance, awesome location, but it's 1,200 square feet and it's over $900,000. So what does $900,000 get you in Eagle? It gets you a nice new 4-bed, 3-bath, bonus room, maybe 2-story, maybe a 1/4 acre type of home in Eagle. Now, I mean, obviously, age, location. I mean, this is just a broad statement for you to kind of get your wheels turning. So it really depends. When you're taking the whole state of California versus the whole state of Idaho, I realize that both Idaho and California are diverse. And so if we dial it down, if we try to shrink it down, we're going to find, generally speaking, California is more expensive than Idaho. I have had people who have tried to move from a little bit further out in California into Boise and have turned around and said it's too expensive. I really have. And I will say, as my bonus will point out, cost of living used to be the big driving factor why people were moving here, and that's changed. Stick around to the bonus to find out why. The bonus reason why Californians are moving to Idaho is the conservative way of life. News stations won't talk about this. I just saw the Today Show talk about why people are moving to Boise, and it was like 5 minutes and half of it was on the pronunciation of Boise. I don't want to censor myself, but take it from me, and maybe it's just because I am this way, and that's who you're probably a conservative person watching this channel trying to figure out if you should move to Idaho. Who I am talking to on a daily basis are people who are seeking a conservative way of life that matches what they want to align with. I've had people move here who have a dream spot on a private lake with 270-degree panoramic views of a lake, and they have their dream location, but they want to escape their non-conservative way of life. How's that? People are fleeing here because of that reason. That is the number one driving factor. You can talk about everything else. You can, in my opinion, the conservative way of life is the top of the fountain, and the water spilling over, the crime rate, the weather, the house pricing, the lifestyle in California, the cleanliness, the jobs, those things are trickled down because of the conservative way of life. Now, you can find exception, you can find a small trace of some of those, but generally speaking, I truly feel that why is our state clean? Why do we have low crime? It's because of the conservative way of life, and it's because we have cities that are super conservative. Just look at what city councilors are doing in certain cities. You will see that they're protecting certain rights, and those rights are fundamental to the founding of this nation, and that is what people are moving here for. I don't necessarily run through and through that I'm one party or the other. You could probably guess which party I align with more, while at the same time, I do think that I use the word conservative and not a party because I truly feel that conservative America and getting back to rule of law is what this nation needs, and I think that's what people are moving here for. So, given that platform, that is the bonus. That is the real sticker of why people are coming here, is the conservative way of life. Now, if you're watching this and you were a Californian and you are an Idahoan, please share why you moved here. I want to see how wrong I am. I would love to see that, or how right I am. I don't really care about rubbing my ego. I just want to know why you moved here. If you have any other comments for people watching this, what should Californians look at or consider? Please give those comments below as well. I would love to see those. And if you know someone who is from California trying to move to the Treasure Valley, please, please, please share this with them. There's no better compliment that I can receive from you or from them than a phone call, text, or email asking if they can use my help in getting them here to conservative Idaho. I would absolutely consider a privilege to receive a phone call like that. And I understand not everyone's gonna move here, but if you're interested, I would love to get that conversation started. Now, one of the topics I talked about was the cost of living. If you're interested in watching that cost of living video, click it right there. If you want to check out other videos I've done, obviously click the channel name. You'll be able to see all those videos that I've done that can help you in your decision to move or not move to Boise. I'd love to see you here. Obviously, it's not made for everyone, but best place on earth, so might as well make it yours. KTVB says that, well, okay. KTVB says that one of the states, your state, could be, there is close to it, 7.9%. What does that say? I've got, what else is there in here? Idaho is 97.1. 92.3. 151.7, 92.3. Oh, I can do that. You know what? You can have your beach.